What's up, Internet? This is Adam Nelson again. What I wanted to talk about today is your birth certificate and if you're an American citizen, and a couple of things about your birth certificate that, regardless if you know or not, you need to know if you don't. This can get pretty deep. In essence, I'm going to tell you basically you have a clone in paper that's not you, that gets sold and traded on the stock market. There are two types of law in this world, and most people think there's just one type, but this is not the case. All over the world, governments are governed by something called civil law. Civil law is commonly referred to as the law of the land. But let me assure you this is not the law of the land the Bible is talking about. They have changed it and transformed it. The second law that I'm talking about is called UCC, and it stands for Uniform Commercial Code. Not only do militaries use this, but certain underground governments and people in general use this type of commercial code every day. They don't even know it. UCC literally is the law of God in business transactions, human transactions, just literally just talking to people. It goes down to how you think from the words that come out of your mouth and the way you interact with people. This is UCC. Now, this is really important, UCC, because it's a law of humans and the respect for each other. If you are an Australian, or if you have a company anywhere in the world, China, Istanbul, Pakistan, America, wherever, Canada, keep going, you actually follow a business model code. This is where you conduct operations with money, basically transfers, selling, and goods. It's a universal commercial code, okay? If all these countries had their own different codes, we would have a lot of problems with many of lawyers. You think we have problems now if we all didn't follow UCC in our business and life practices, not civil law. There would be no companies. There would be no trademarks. There would be no copyrights. There would be no monopolies. This goes further back than Rome, but it got real popular then. Unto the Caesars of our own. The Emperor Caesar, or whatever you want to call him, king, they had many names for him. The people were way different. All of them were different. If all these other people, which had companies then, businesses if you will, for their day, worked on a different type of code, system of respect and honor, they would not be able to conduct business with the king. The king said everybody has got to be on the same page when it comes to business, no playing around, or you know what will happen. And a couple people played around, and they made movies of what happened. So now, this UCC also was domed UCC and given its name through the Vatican. I'm not big on the Vatican. I don't like a lot of the stuff they do. Whatever. It's cool. These people were real smart because they actually came from the Canaanites, which people believed to be the Phoenician Canaanites, where actual Hebrew language came from. When you think of Hebrew, you think of Phoenician Canaanite. You don't think of the Hebrew people. That's not where their language came from. The Hebrews got their language from the land of Canaan, near Sumer, where apparently the first civilization was ever found. Now, let's imagine you're an American business and you have a huge oil rig, and your boats just left, picked up a bunch of oil and offshore rigs, and they're going to the port. They want to go around the world. Well, if you want to come to America, when you get out of the water, you're following UCC maritime law. It's a marine law set in force by all nations to follow one set of rules in the sea, no matter where you're at in the sea, period. So you're one of the business owners and you want to sell your oil to Australia. Okay, well, once you sell there, or get there, you don't have to sell whatever. With all your oil, your goods, you have to give a certificate to them, the Australians, to say, of authenticity, saying this is a real business transaction, and basically the money's transferred then when they actually get to the port. And the big part about this is when the ship comes in to the port, wherever it is, whatever country, while it's in the sea, it's called berth phase. Berth. It's its birth point when it came into the area where it wanted to port at, say Australia. They would give it a birth time. It's like they were being born, and that was their certificate, that the transaction was done, whatever. Now, this certificate of manifest that I'm talking about has the right for them to come on board and search everything, and you must have everything listed out that you're bringing into their country. You're going to contribute to their economy. You have to have a list for many reasons of what you're bringing in. Now, consequently, when you come out of the womb of your mom, you are being born. This is your birthday, right? Therefore, you must have a birth certificate of manifest, just like the boat had to have. It's goods. Reason being for this birth certificate is because the United States is a corporation, and so are you. When you were born, you are an employee of the corporation of the United States of America for your whole life, no matter what you do. Now, this goes way back to the Germans and the way they practiced their creation, the humans that they had. Now, your birth certificate is actually a count of how much you are going to contribute to the economy and make for the government. This started way before Germany. I don't want to get into it, but it got popular there. You'll find most information there. They moved over here. This is all a whole New World Order agenda, objective, and it is being done behind our backs. Not many people know about it. Until you understand the real meaning of the laws and the words and the symbols and the signs, when you're born, the New World Order owns you. The New World being the government. Now, on the stock exchange, there's something called securities. In general, it's a way to bet on or not bet on the gain or loss of money in a country. It's done every second. It's part of the stock exchange. When you are born, a big lump sum of money is put in to a security fund under your name with your birth certificate. It's not yours, but they do it behind your back. Now, if you don't believe me, since 1930s and up, if you have been born in America, look at your birth certificate. At the bottom, small print, it will tell you this has been placed in the securities section, or some type of wording that is saying you are a security to the government, the stock exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, that is. Also, look at your birth certificate. There is usually on the bottom right or left, there is a star with red letters. red letters and number combination, actually, letters and numbers, is a security number for the New York Stock Exchange. So if you're into stocks already, and you know how to look up certain things, look up that number. You'll find some crazy stuff. We are a stock on the New York Stock Exchange in America. We need to wake up. Why are you on the stock exchange as a security? Because you are worth money. And it's simple as that. Like I said, they bet on gain or loss of money. That's all it is. We are all owned by the American International Bank that bought us in 1930. This is some serious shit. Let me tell you something else. MySpace, Facebook, Zeus, anything you put your name on, any dating site, any social site, any movie site, anything, is owned and used by people behind the curtain who own parts of the internet. You might wonder why you hear all this crazy stuff about, oh, Facebook's using your data and selling it. Well, let me tell you a fact. I'm a hacker, and I know this shit. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Watch my hacking videos. The CIA has created over 1,000 programs since the 1950s to learn about people. You are a money-making machine. This is why you are put on the security exchange as a stock on the New York Stock Exchange. They can figure out how much you're going to make, what you're going to do in your life, and bet on certain things by selling this type of information. Those thousands of programs have all been made obsolete when Facebook came out. People post everything you do, everywhere you're at, all your feelings, your emotions, thousands of pictures, videos, mics, songs, family posts and things y'all are doing, where you're going, what you like to eat, all kinds of crazy stuff. They can use all this, literally. Some people took psychology to figure out what kind of person you are and how much you're going to make, so they can bet on you again. This is what they do for a living. So when Facebook came out, all those programs the CIA has ever made haven't been used, because they've been using backdoor programs with Facebook that Facebook allows them to use to actually cipher some of this data and create a mainstream image of what you're going to do in your life. They work together. They're doing it on purpose. It's fucked up. Remember this. All those programs that aren't being used anymore, you know how much the CIA is saving now because of that? Because of Facebook and other social sites just suck your data in. It's time to wake up, people.